Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix our country together. And the content that I'm going to show you tonight is from NBC today. I have never seen in my entire life the civil war that is breaking out over if Biden should stay or Biden should go amongst the Democrats. Guys, what I'm about to show you is absolutely jaw-dropping from NBC Meet the Press this morning. This is not independent media. This is not left-wing stuff that's on the far fringe, that's not considered mainline. This is NBC, okay? Everything that I'm about to show you is going to be linked into the description box below. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and let me know what you think in the comments on this one, because everyone needs to see what is happening right now, because this is unprecedented and mind-blowing. So, with that said, I've got 4 clips that I'm about to show you. You would think that what I'm about to show you, produced by NBC on Meet the Press, was written, produced, and filmed by me. Okay? Watch this. This is mind-boggling. It aired this morning.
Sunday morning, it is yet another extraordinary moment in the 2024 election cycle, with Democrats in a state of crisis after President Joe Biden delivered a disastrous debate performance that fueled voters' top concerns about his age and ability to serve another 4 years in office. Not since the first Nixon-Kennedy debate in 1960 has a debate had as much potential to shake up a presidential race. This morning, there is widespread panic within the Democratic Party and questions about whether the president should drop out of the race.
Well, I guess we're not leaving any room for imagination and innuendo. So this is a mainline news personality anchor, Kristen or Kirsten? I think it's Kristen Welker, maybe. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is, she's not a nobody. She's someone who's hosting Meet the Press on NBC on their Sunday morning political shows. That's incredibly important to understand. This is not an outlying source. This is the creme de la creme of establishment Democratic media. That's what's so important about this. And if you thought that was crazy, wait until I show you the montages I'm about to show you. But understand something else as I'm wrapping this next clip up. Everything that we're covering right now has a direct correlation to us getting more people in the right places in November to get gun rights even further than they were. Nothing happens in a vacuum. Everything that can happen because of this is massive for 2A, for conservative, for Republican. Insert your point here, because the amount of down ballot damage that Biden is going to do when he's the nominee, and I personally, my hypothesis, he is going to be the nominee because it's too painful to remove him. I could be wrong, and I'll own that if I am. But that's my hypothesis. Let me show you how badly the media wants to get rid of him. When they put this montage together, again, you'd think I put this together. Check this out. This aired on NBC this morning.
I think it was a disaster. I think it was like maybe the worst debate I've ever seen in my entire life.
I do think people feel like that we are confronting a crisis.
There are going to be discussion about whether he should continue.
At first it was shocking, then it was scary, then it was sad, and by the end it was absurd. Is the riskiest path sticking with Joe Biden, or is the riskiest path saying we want someone else? And anybody who says that that is not a tough call right now is full of
On Friday, in a stunning move, the New York Times editorial board called on President Biden to serve his country and drop out of the presidential race.
Okay. This is starting to look more and more like a hit piece and a hint, hint, wink, wink. Joe, you better go. That's what's happening right now. You're seeing the Democratic Party and the Democrat media and the Democrat elites at odds with each other. This is massive, people. And you know what's going to be the next culminating shoe to drop? The polling that comes out this week, when it is god-awful and Biden slips off of a cliff in it. Yeah, it's only going to magnify from here, so get your popcorn ready. Again, this is a montage that you'd think I wrote, and it's accelerating into a crescendo here towards the end. This third clip, this is not spliced together. This is linked if you want to see it. I'm about to show you NBC using Biden's own words in a multi-year montage against him in his performance in the campaign or the debate on Thursday. Guys, they're at war with each other. This is absolutely insane, and we better capitalize on it. Anyway, allow the second montage.
President Biden, who agreed to the earliest general election debate in modern political history, had one goal: to persuade voters who are skeptical about his age and fitness for office that he is up to serve another 4 years. Mr. Biden has consistently told voters, watch me.
If I were to run, I think they're going to judge me on my vitality. Can I still run up the steps of Air Force Two? Am I still in good shape? Do I have all my faculties? Am I energetic? I think it's totally legitimate for people to ask those questions. This is for the voters to decide. Take a look. Look at me, see if I have the energy, see if I know what I'm talking about, and make their judgment. I think it's a legitimate thing to be concerned about anyone's age, including mine. I think it's totally legitimate. But I think the best way to make the judgment is to watch me.
You know the irony of this? Actually, that's not the right word. You know the interesting details right here? NBC specifically went over a time frame from 2018 to 2019 to 2022, and you can physically see him deteriorating. Also, they happen to pick clips in that same time frame, like I can still run up the stairs of Air Force 2. He's following up Air Force 1 steps how many times? Judge me by my vitality. Take a look. If I can't deliver my words and I don't know what I'm talking about. Guys, if you've ever seen a political hit job from a Democratic media against a sitting Democratic president, you haven't done it before, you just did. Now, I've got one more thing before I go into that last clip. You would be remiss if you're missing the amazing opportunity in this. Because I am operating under the idea that it's too painful for the Democrats to jump Biden out as much as they want to, as much as they would desire to. There's too many downside risks to actually doing that. I don't know if they're going to. That's just my own personal hypothesis again. But the media very clearly wants him out. They want some heads. They want something because they are directly attacking him with montages which counteract his own points and highlight how ineffective he was in the debates. Guys, the next step is the polling. That is literally the next step. The chance that we have here, because the down ballot effects of a Biden presidency looking like this are massive. You're talking about the House, the Senate, and potentially the presidency. You could have a trifecta when you push gun rights forward for a minimum of 2 years in Trump's last term. The possibilities here are quite interesting. But anyway, that's yet to be seen because, like I said, we'll know pretty soon enough. But let me show you this last clip of NBC just dropping nuclear weapons from orbit.
Well, on Thursday night, voters watched the president deliver a halting performance, at times appearing confused and repeatedly losing his train of thought.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Yeah, that happened. We were watching it together. Live, actually. If we walk through everything that they just showed you in NBC News this morning, again, this was Meet the Press, mainline news, mainline anchors, top of the line Democrat media establishment airing that. Hit pieces against his, actually showing how horrible the appearance was in the debate. Using Biden's own words against him in his own examples of failure and a timeline of, honestly, just decline. And opening up that hard with those salvos and montages of other Democrats saying, yeah, we got a problem. If you do not believe that there is a civil war in the Democratic Party right now, and with absolutely horrible consequences for the Democrats on every option, I don't know what to tell you because this is unprecedented. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field right down there. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.